All right, this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. This will be using the SunSDR2DX on version 3, the alpha release 0.9.0, and MSHV version 2.60. And we're going to be running some 6-meter Meteor Scatter. So that's why I said this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. Looks like there's quite a few guys on Meteor this morning, so figured I'd run this and we'll go over to that screen. So this is, like I said, a spur of the moment thing. Nothing is planned out here and don't know what's going to happen with trying to make some contacts, but let's give it a go and see what happens. All right, so we're on 6 meters, and for Meteor Scatter, it's 50.260, and you do a 15-second transmission. And this is all kind of new to me. I've been doing this for a couple weeks now, so I'm still kind of learning things. One thing that I found through some of the guys here on the site, particularly John, WA2 FZ, WA2FZW, he really helps me out a whole lot here with a lot of this stuff getting going. So this ping jockey client is a really nice thing to have, because the guys that are typically in here doing Meteor Scatter are on this little board. And when they're transmitting or seeing other signals, decodes and stuff, they'll post it here. You don't post the actual caller that's answering a CQ and signal reports or anything like that there. So the only thing you will post if you're working one of the guys here is when you're sending back an RRR, just for confirmation, kind of one less thing to do. So you got to wait till you get your RRR, and then you can pop it back over here and let them know that it's good. Otherwise, you can wait for the 73. So looks like we got quite a few decodes coming in here. So these are your Meteor Scatter decodes. You'll see them down here and listed in the previous panel down here, which is kind of nice. And hopefully it's quiet. I mean, hopefully it stays that way when I turn the amp on too, because I've had a problem with the amp triggering something in my neighborhood when I'm pointed out this way, where most of these guys are early in the morning, that just trashes the hell out of me on 6 meters. So hopefully that's not going to be the case here today. We'll wait for we see somebody call CQ and we'll try to give them an answer. Regarding the amp, on 6 meters, I am using a 6-meter Moxon that's at about maybe 35, somewhere between 35, 38 feet. Single Moxon. That's a big one. That's probably a ground wave. The amp, I've been driving it around, 15, 18 watts or so input. Gives me about 250 to 300 roughly on output, and I found that seems to be pretty much plenty to do this with. So it's more of a patience mode than anything. Got to have a lot of patience with it. So like I said, we'll see what happens here. We'll wait for somebody to call decode a CQ, and we'll try to answer them. Like, there's quite a few guys working each other in here now today, though, so that's good. I'm glad to see it. Looks like somebody posted it was a little spotty. Oh, it was Pete. And when I first decoded Pete, he was running a test. I didn't realize it until I went to actually tune to make sure SWR was good, that I was actually on the 40-meter dipole on receive. So that's interesting. See what happens. I'll shut up and let this run for a bit. Seen a lot of new guys in here that I haven't seen before, so hopefully this will be good to work a couple of them. another test. Lots of tests this morning. Oh. Wait a second. Maybe there is a test. Is there a contest this morning for Meteor Scatter? Maybe that's what the deal is. In which case, I'm going to be really hosed because I have no idea what the protocol for that is. Great. I'm going to find out. I'm going to look like an idiot, but I'm going to find out. So I'm going to use Ping Jockey here. Or Ping Jockey, and I'm going to use the client. There's a website you can go to too, instead of having to load this. So let me ask. I'm confused, and I don't want to be a total screw up here if I start to reply to somebody. Make sure there's not any different settings here as well. I think some of these contests, there might be, you run a little bit different configuration. I don't know if maybe this SH box needs to be turned on. I know you turn it on 2 meter Meteor Scatter. But that would explain why there's a lot of activity in here too. Turn on North America VH contest mode. All right, so let's go. We got to pause this. Let me tell John, thank you. John's very helpful. Thank you, John, if you ever watch this video. So let me stop the monitor. And he said, okay, I got to remember where that's at in here. So macros, and we're in region 2. Okay, MSSK, North American VHF contest mode. Okay. I think tell John good morning. Unless that's the other Rick that's on here. Oh yeah, W5EME must have popped on too. Yep, he did. Okay, never mind. So now the question is, which one of these do I actually... No, it would be this side, dummy. So macros for a contest. This is another nice thing about MSHV is you have the list of contests in here, so you can reset the macros. So we want to set those, I think. Let me just see something here. Standard does that, and then VHF contest does this. So I need to figure out one thing though. Because one macro does need to change in here when you're on regular mode, non-contest. The TX4 instead of it being Roger, Roger 73, they prefer to use Roger, Roger, Roger. I want to make sure. Man, talk about putting me on the spot and picking an on-the-fly day to do this. I don't have a reply from him yet, so I'm going to looks like it's a single R. Oh no. I think my macros may be all screwed up. What's these? A lot of R's in here. You know, rather than screw everybody up, I don't have a reply from John. There's my test. Okay, I see that. I don't know what these are. Okay, so this must be, okay. So TX3 looks like it would fit here where you're receiving. Okay. Thank you again, John. All right. So I'm going to change this to another R. Okay. So we're going to set these. Okay. So didn't set. Why didn't you set? Oh, wait. Shoot. No, we're in contest mode. Why are we not? These aren't changing. That's not good. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's turn the monitor back on. Sorry, we probably missed a whole bunch of them. We'll try one of these guys. Probably John. He won't be too upset if I do it to complete screw up then. At least I don't think he will. Forgive me ahead of time, John. We'll wait and see if I see a call from him. K16 was the first guy that I worked. A bunch of decodes from John. Was the first guy that I worked on Meteor Scatter. And then John was the second person. Like I said, John's been very helpful. So basically what you're doing is the meteors that are entering the atmosphere, little particles left of them, you're bouncing your signals off of them. And other guys are, if they're in the right path and the signal's strong enough, you can decode it. So I am looking roughly 60 degrees. The other thing, looking east, you want to transmit first. Looking west, you want to transmit second. So a couple of them in here. Let's give this guy a go and see what happens here. This will be interesting. Here we go. There's a Rogers, but these look... There's this other mode too that I want to try, and it looks like John's over there. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll try to do that one another day after I kind of get an idea how it works, this Q65 mode, which seems to be pretty... running just about almost 300. So I guess it'll be... Or I'm going to let this call him one or two more times, and then we'll stop and we'll try somebody else. Answering him, I don't want to be screwing it. Anybody. The other nice thing here is you can do real-time decodes on this, so it doesn't wait till the end of the sequence to decode everything. When it sees that or hears that, it'll put it in the list, which is nice. All right, I'm going to go one more after this one, and we'll... I don't see him anymore. All right, so I'm going to auto off this guy. Like I said, what a lucky day to do this on the fly. My first VHF contest. A couple nice big decodes from VE2 DFO. I guess I could be kind of ballsy and just do a CQ and see what happens. We'll wait. We'll wait a little bit and we'll try that. Oh, it's my neighbor. Oh, my neighbor's in here. This guy doesn't get on ping jockey either, so you never know when things are going to happen. It's too strong, it's not going to decode it. Sorry, that caught me off guard too. So, well, that may be the end of this video because I can't ever, other than shooting him an email. The only thing I can do is try to run the same time he is to avoid that. I'm calling a CQ, so we're both on the same time slot. Shoot. Turn this volume down. As you can see, he's a little over 20 over, almost 25 over with me. And you want to keep this in the green to be able to do decodes. And when he's transmitting, it's going to wipe anything out underneath him. There's just no chance in hell I'm going to hear anything underneath that. This guy really needs to get on ping jockey. Another good reason why, if you're starting this off, you should probably really load the ping jockey client, or go to the website and watch and kind of learn things before just jumping in. And these are the same kind of guys that just, they run FT8 and they think there's, it's different on FT8 than it is on Meteor Scatter, and it's annoying. I think Pete's running a solid state ACOM. Just looking at the comment he made on first time he heard the ACOM fan go high speed. I've never heard my ACOM fan go high speed. Of course, I got two fans on mine. Got the added fan as well. Now, it's not the official added fan. This guy's killing me. It's a KE8 call, I think, if I remember right. One day I was able to null him out just enough to try to get it to decode. Yeah, 3 minutes ago, roughly 3.5 minutes ago, was our last decode, which is about when this guy got in here. You know what? I'm going to generate. Let's hope this guy is on the right sequence. Oh, good. Maybe he stopped. Turn my receive gain back up a little bit. Try to smooth this back out. Crud. All right. He's annoying. I got to get my coax fixed on 2 meters. I've got a 2 meter Moxon as well that's at the top. It's really not all that high, maybe 40 something feet. But I've got a bad piece of coax from it down to the arrestor, I'm pretty sure is where this is happening at. The SWR went high on the thing. And I replaced that Moxon, or just added that Moxon, because I did have a vertical up there and the SWR was high on it all of a sudden. So I'm wondering if that piece of coax is bad. I don't know if it got water in it or if it just got a crappy connector on one end of it. Probably at the antenna side. It's kind of a pain in the butt to reach the way the tower's up. Can't slide the mast down through it because the mast is already through there, and then it's pinned so that it doesn't twist. So you got to pretty much use a bucket truck to get to that thing. Looks like we had a couple D codes, maybe something underneath of him. It's all looks like down here. There's been a couple of them come in last minute. My guess is he's calling CQ. Guess we could go. Means it's the VHF contest. Maybe I'll go over and do a little FT8 a little bit later on today. Maybe try that Q65 as well. All right. I'm going to okay, he is not on the right sequence. It comes around, I guess. One second here. RQSO. So you have to hit the reset QSO here. Oh. Let's try him. I think I have worked. Yeah, I have worked him before. It's Mike. So we'll see what happens with this. Oh, we got it. All right. So there you go. There's our first VHF Meteor Scatter contest contact. See what happens with this. Hopefully this finishes all the way. That's a pretty good sequence too. He sent us one. He was best on him was best on he got a 20. Looks like my best on him was a 1. Of course, he only answered me that one time, so I'm not sure. Let's make sure Mike got everything. I'll make sure Mike got everything. Otherwise, I'll keep sending. I haven't seen anything. Shoot. I'm not sure if Mike got our last one. Might need to send this again. I'll send it anyways. And we'll wait and see if he answers us on Ping Jockey. Come on, Mike. Oh well. I'm going to, pardon the phrase, make an ass out of myself and assume that it was good. We'll try one more. Like I said, this is going to be an on-the-fly one today, and lucky me, I didn't even know anything about this VHF contest today, and man, talk about opening Pandora box, right? Oh well, at least you get to see Meteor Scatter decodes, which are usually a little scarce. It's not really scarce, but it's usually a lot of time between sitting here waiting for things to happen. Lots of activity today. More activity, more decodes. It's the way that always works, right? Never did get an air reply from Mike. I don't see him sending anything else, so I haven't decoded anything else from him, so. I'd imagine if he was still waiting for something, I would have, hopefully, so it's hard to tell with Meteor Scatter, though. He'd still be sending. Looking for a reply. This guy's just killing me. K16 always seems to have a, look at that, lots of decodes on him. A whole list full of them. This is best. +2. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this guy's probably not even calling CQ test. He's probably calling regular CQ as well. I'm not going to worry about turning any points in, obviously. I still need to get my head wrapped around this. So nothing like posting something when on the fly, on the spot. But that's the same with all my videos. I never really turn this down. I never plan on anything. I just kind of, when I get in the mood to do one of them, I just do it, and it's on the fly, off the cuff. Which is why sometimes the audio on the mic input is screwed up, which it probably is today too, but sorry. Let's see. Yeah. Sounds like machine gun, doesn't it? This guy's looking west. We'll see. Maybe we'll see him. Oh, let's try this guy. What the heck? We'll go for another one. See him. Oh, yep, here he is. It's Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. Let's get him queued up here just in case. The other nice thing with Ping Jockey is it does kind of give you rough miles, azimuth, and then state. I'm not gonna turn the antenna. I mean, I'm at 60 degrees. It's not going to matter that much. I don't think it's. This seems to be where I've got it now. Seems to be good for that kind of general location for me. So I don't know if it's just in a good clearing here where I'm actually got a decent takeoff to hit some of these meteors. We'll just let it go and see. If I don't see my display being blasted, I'll turn the volume back up some. Just so you can hear what some of these little pings sound like. I saw this guy before. I saw Jeff several minutes back. Remember his call sign popping up in here, so hopefully we can make this one work. I'd like to do one more and then we'll call it a quit on this video before I really do something stupid. All right, I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit. I haven't seen whoever that is here in a little while. Oh. Looks like we got it. It was a 0 ping to him, though. What was him? I sent him... need to wait for his 73 on this, I'm pretty sure. For this contest anyways. Still dumping along between 285 and 304 on the output. I'm not sure how much some of these guys are running. I think they're running a lot more than that. Maybe 500 or 600. I guess that's really not a whole lot more, but it is more. And I'm sure some of these guys have stacked arrays as well. I'm just in it to have fun. It's another mode. Something to try, something a little different, a little more challenging. Especially with the kind of, I guess, oh wait. Somebody else is answering. So he must have got this. Okay. All right. We'll wait and see. Yeah, he's still calling, so he got it. All right, good deal. So calling a CQ. Lots of decodes on him now, too. It's like a best at a plus 10 in the DB column. All right. Means this clown. All right. Should we go one more? Yeah, heck, let's go one more. We can keep him turned down. Subdued in the audio, at least. And hopefully catch a... Nice if he was on the right sequence for where he's at, too. There's somebody that just didn't really want to take any time to learn anything. Saw another mode listed in their digital app. And went, oh, okay, cool, I'll just try this. I hear stations here. I'm assuming that's what's going on. I didn't take that approach. I found the mode in my software. Went over and I listened for a couple days and decoded a few things. And then went on the website and kind of looked stuff up. And then came across the ping jockey thing from looking things up on the internet, you know, about MSK 144. And the suggestion of using ping jockey, and I went to the website, was looking at, you know, stuff there, created an account, logged in, watched guys doing stuff there, and then came back over and clear that out. To the application, decoded a few more guys, waited, and then K1 SIX had a whole bunch of decodes here, and I thought, I'm going to go for it. I started off at, I think the first contact I made was at 20 watts, too, with him. It's either 20 or 30 watts. it wasn't a lot of power. And then I worked John a couple times, and I think somebody else before I even turned on the amp. And a QSO we had with John via email. No, it was on Ping Jockey. Let's try him. It was on Ping Jockey. He said, "Yeah, run the amp." So I started running the amp, but I didn't want to annoy anyone with running a lot of power and kind of get a good feeling of what you're really supposed to be doing. You know, it's a shame that some of these guys just jump in and don't take the time to really care or learn, you know, what the right protocol is. They just jump in and create havoc for everybody. It's just, I don't know. I find that really poor way to operate. It's kind of like the same guys that, you know, complain about me running, you know, 4K wide on audio, and they want to come down and say, well, you're only supposed to be transmitting 2.9 or 2.8 to begin with, which is not correct anyways. I mean, you can transmit TX bandwidth as long as you're not interfering with anybody. But those same guys, you can watch them on the pan adapter. Those same guys, you know, yeah, okay, sure, they're running 2.8, maybe 3K on transmit, but look at the other side of their signal. You know, if they're on lower sideband, look at their upper IMD. It's 2 or 3K wide there. You know, and the same on if they're on upper sideband, you know, 20 meters. Those guys, you know, that don't want to complain about it. Look at their lower IMD. It's 2 or 3K wide. So, in effect, they're out at 6, and I might be at 4. You know, but I'm clean. There's nothing below me or above me. It's just, you know, I don't get it. It's ridiculous. That's another topic for another time. I want to get into a bitch mode session here. I'm going to try him a couple more times. I've worked him before, but it's usually not a really good, we usually don't have real good signals back and forth. And I don't see him. Yeah, he's not listed in, I don't see him on Ping Jockey today. So I'll call him one more. Call him one more, and he's still calling. He's all right. After this one, we'll wait a little bit and see if he answers. If not, then that's going to be the end. So I'm in transmit now. Turn auto off, and unless he answers, I'll turn it back on. Here's this clown. And if this guy, he figures out who he is and he actually watches this video, you know, please take a little time to learn some of the process. Not trying to be an ass or anything, but I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. He did this to me several days ago, too. It wasn't during a contest. I was working somebody. He just jumped in on the wrong sequence and started trashing the heck out of the guy I was working. And I'm sure as strong as he is, you know damn good and well he's hearing me. Okay? Even if he's, you know, at 1,000 watts and he's 25 over with me, and I'm not even pointed at him, you can bet, even at me at 300 watts, he's hearing me. He knows I'm there. It's not the same as FT8. It doesn't work the same way. Do a little learning. All right, guys, I'm going to stop this video for now, and hope everybody has a good day. Like I said, this was kind of off the cuff. Just I started getting a lot of decodes in here, and I didn't realize there was a contest going on until I seen all the CQ test. Then I just assumed it was somebody doing a test, because I have seen them guys run, test before just to see if things are working. But yeah, oh well, fun. Maybe I'll come back a little bit later and play this some more. If not, maybe I'll get over on FT8 on 6 meters and 2 meters, and we'll give that a go for a little bit. See what happens. Anyways, hope everybody has a great day. Happy Sunday. And I will catch you guys sometime, I guess, here whenever I post the next video. Again, this is with Expert Electronics SDR2DX is the radio. Using the alpha release of V3 0.9.0, which is still an alpha release of the EESDR software, and MSHV digital software by Cristo, and running Meteor Scatter MSK 144 on 6 meters. So, all right, have a good one, and catch you guys later on.